Hey y'all, hey, happy Saturday. Okay, this is just like a little random video just to show my personality a little bit because I feel like I don't be giving y'all a lot of it, a little bit, but not a lot of it. But because I just, that's for people that's really close to me. But sometimes I feel like I should let y'all in just a little bitty into it. But yeah, so first of all, y'all, today was a beautiful Saturday. I gotta remember to never go to the nail shop with my mommy again though, because that lady there, our church fast has ended. The 40-day church fast has ended. Yes, that's right, 40 days. And I was going to add on 2 extra days for myself, just me being me who I am, right? From the day that I messed up when I ate meat for lunch instead of just veggies, because I didn't really know like the exact like plan and how everything was supposed to be orchestrated or whatever for the fast. I didn't know that exactly, so I was going to add an extra day for that. And then we had a women's meeting. Y'all lick my little curls. And then we had a women's meeting last Saturday, maybe the Saturday before, I don't know, I can't recall. And then they had like a smoothie truck out front, and I was like, can I even get one of these since I'm fasting? It was like, yeah, just make sure it's no added sugar. And I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be drinking this because I'm supposed to be on the brown rice and veggies only plan for this fast. But they was like, no, get you a ticket and go get one. And then the first lady came in there who's the one that told me about the brown rice and veggie fast, right, that she was on, and she wasn't drinking one. So I was like, oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. I was like, I am drinking this smoothie and she's not drinking one, which means I'm not supposed to be having this. So I was going to add on another day for that, but I decided to show myself grace and was like, listen, because from the looks of it, I feel like I was the only one on this fast for real between me, the first lady, and the pastor. I was like, listen, I think I was the only one that really was doing like a hardcore fast, minus these 2 guys that go to our church. They did like a whole strict fast, like no TV, no internet, no none of that. It was just strict Bible and getting out in person and talking to people and actually communicating and having real life interactions with individuals. They were the only ones who I felt like they truly doing this fast. Because baby, when we went to this our young adults ministry event at the church, everybody was eating Rotel, nacho cheese, meatballs, fruit. I'm looking at them. I'm like, am I the only one on this fast? Am I the only one doing brown rice and veggies? Apparently so. Well, I was happy that they got to enjoy themselves because I was sitting there with water. And then the 2 gentlemen, now he has a modified fast. I know why, because I did, I'm very attentive. I may not say anything to anybody, but I saw the little thing on the back of his arm for diabetes. So he had to eat his fruit. And I was like, he was like, I'm on a modified fast. And in my head, I was like, oh yeah, because I saw his thing. So he has to eat fruit. But I didn't let that be known to him. But yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, so it makes sense why they eating fruit. But they was real life, like in this thing with me. So I followed them and I went to go get my Bible from my car. And I just had water and a Bible for the little 2 hours that we was there. And so yeah, so I decided to show myself grace. And I'm like, I'm not gonna add no 2 days on, you dig? So the fast is officially over. It ended April 2nd, started on February 22nd at midnight, and then it ended on April 2nd. So today is April 4th. And yeah, it's over. So I went to the nail shop with my mama, and she was being so proud. She's so proud of me that I did this fast. The first time I've ever done a fast without her and my parents being a part of it. So she was like, girl, when you go to the nail shop and you get a little razzle dazzle and a pedicure and stuff, the nail shop that we go to, they like to wine and dine you, literally wine you, right? So there she was like, you can get something to drink, girl. And I was very surprised because I'm like, baby, the last time I drank was at that game. And you had to witness what I never in a million years would have ever wanted you to witness with how your daughter was acting. So the fact that she was like telling me to get a drink, I was like, oh, so I felt very proud of myself because it let me know that she trusts me. She trusts me to a degree that she knows I learned from my mistakes, and that I won't ever do that again to embarrass them, to embarrass myself, to embarrass the Lord. So I was like I was able to breathe a lot because I was like, oh, she trusts me to drink again. Because at first she was very hesitant. Anytime we would go somewhere else, she'd be like, she would literally be monitoring me at 36 years old. She would be monitoring me, like standing by me, monitoring me, like making sure, like that's just how bad my situation was that day. But now the fact that she's like, okay, let me just chill out. So she was like, you can get a drink now. I'm so proud of you. Like, you can get one drink. Like, you did the fast, you're good. Because I was like, no, I just want water and blah, blah. She's like, get you a drink. So me and her end up getting a pina colada at the nail shop while we got our pedicures and stuff done. But yeah, I'm like, baby, because baby, that nail shop be trying to put you through there, put you through there. Put you through there, put you through there. No, for real, but we had a good time. So my day has just been kind of chill. I really just came on here to talk about my Saturday. It was lovely. It was chill. I went and ran an errand with my mama after the nail shop, even though we were driving 2 separate cars. So I met her up there with some paperwork or whatever, trying to lift, you know, a burden off her back. So I kind of went to their place, grabbed what she needed, and then met her at the location that she was at to bring her those paperwork and the documents and stuff. So we got some things taken care of. And yeah, it was just like a chill day. I went, got me some Panda Express, because I ain't been able to get no Panda Express, and I just hope it goes well with my tummy, because I've been having no meat, you guys, no meat for 40 days. So I'm really nervous to start back eating. It's definitely important to kind of like inch your way back into eating just like your regular foods or whatever. But I did get some Panda Express, nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy, and I'm going to see how the orange chicken cooperates with my tummy. But yeah, honey, let me find out. I need to be at Panda Express. Because the black man that was in Panda Express today, let me find out I need to dine in at Panda Express. Let me find out. Because I was like, ooh, kind of cute. Kind of cute little black man. And then there was 2 other young black gentlemen, definitely probably around my niece's age, or for sure probably like in their early 20s. So not my niece's age, but more so in her age bracket. But I was like, oh, they're so cute. They're so handsome and chocolatey. Oh, if only they were older, baby. Can't do nothing with y'all. But anyways, yeah, another thing, that was thing number 1. Thing number 2, thing number 3. Okay. Y'all, I don't know what's been going on, but for the past 2 days, 3 days now, I don't know, it's just been like dropped in my brain that sometimes I feel like I want to move. Like, I love my city to the core, like to the core. Y'all already know I love Houston. But lately, I don't know, it's been so heavy on my brain to just like move. And it's so crazy because I feel like I've already moved in a sense where like I've joined this new church and I'm part of these ministries and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just like I get these heavy feelings, to be honest, and it kind of gets me emotional because I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to wake up and realize like what I desire, what I want, in so many aspects and retrospects. Like, it's just not here, maybe. Maybe it's not here in Houston. The things that my heart wants to be fulfilled and stuff and to be satisfied in is not here. I just be feeling like it's not here. And it's even crazier because the place that has been on my brain is Florida, specifically Orlando. And this is so crazy. Like, if my mom and my dad see this video, they're gonna be like mind blown, because like, girl, where did this come from? Like, why would you want to move to Florida where there's hurricanes and this and that, because it's surrounded by water? And I don't even know. I can't even tell you how that state came on my brain. Like, I really do not know. And it's ironic because my mom and her side of the family, they are born and raised Miami Floridians. And but never in my lifetime out of 36 years has Florida ever crossed my mind to move. But I don't know why that's been on my mind. Like, I just be wanting to get up and move, and then maybe see if God start working things out in my favor, and that type of moving, because like, as far as like relocation, because I don't know. It's just, I don't think what I want is here in Houston. And I don't know. I just don't No, you guys. But that has been really weighing on my brain. And it hasn't been keeping me up at night and stuff and tossing and turning, but it's just like, where did this come from? Like, what? Why would it be Florida? And I do have family in Orlando, so maybe that's a possibility as to why. But no, because they've been in Orlando all my life. Um, and it's never crossed my mind to move there. We've been to Orlando to visit them and to also go to Disney World, but it's never crossed my mind ever in my life to move there. The God's honest truth. But I don't know why that crossed my mind. And because maybe it's because I love water, and wherever I choose to move, I would want to be by water, and I would love to have my doggy by water and sand for him. Even though I hate the sand, I love the water more than I hate the sand. So I would definitely love being by the beach. But I don't have no idea why that specific city and state crossed my mind. Maybe it's a man out there praying for me that he finds his wife and that she's willing to be in Florida, you know? But that has been heavy on my brain for like the past 3 days, and it's so bizarre to me. So now that's something that I actually have to pray about. Like, what is that? Why would it be that? I haven't visited Florida since I don't want to lie. Was it 2021? Maybe 2021. I don't know. It's on my Instagram page, child. Y'all go check my Instagram page out if you have access to my page, because it is private. If y'all check my page, y'all let me know, child. When did I go to Orlando, Florida for Disney World with my babies and my parents? I think it was 2021, yes. So I ain't been to Florida since 2021. It's 2026. That's 5 years ago. And nor has Florida ever crossed my mind as a place to be a resident. Like, I don't know. But maybe what I desire is there, because I just don't feel like it's here. I kind of see what my auntie was talking about as far as like men and stuff here in Houston. They kind of different. I don't know. It's not different in a good way. It's kind of like they have this mannerism about them, like they want to be chased. And don't nobody got time for that. Like, baby, I will up and move before I chase a man. And so maybe my desires for a husband and stuff is just not here. So I'm definitely like, I don't know. I am not against or opposed to the idea of moving. I just feel like I want a change. I want a shift. I want a new scenery. I want a new environment, new atmosphere, a new air to breathe in, because it's just, I feel like I've just kind of outgrown the city. And I said many, many years ago that I would leave here once my nephew turned 5 years old. Once he turned 5, my youngest baby. And he is now in the 5th grade. So he has doubled being 5 years old, okay? I think he's good. Like, he knows TT. He knows who I am. He knows he can trust me. He knows he can depend on me. And that's all I wanted for each and every last one of my babies. And I've always had the conversation with my aunt that, once he turned that age, that I would move. And I didn't move when he was 5, but I definitely did move in 2023 is when I finally took that leap. And I moved to California for a year. And it still wasn't my dream. I always wanted to move to LA. If I was ever going to move to California, my dream was to move to LA. LAX. You feel me? Like, I love Los Angeles. Los Angeles, when I first visited there, it took me so long to visit LA because I always knew that if I went, I would want to move there. And at that time, I did not want to leave my family. Like, that was just set in stone. And so it took me even years to visit LA. And when I did, guess what? To no surprise, yes, I wanted to move there. I fell in love with California, with LA. I just knew that that would be a place. I do not know how I knew. It's just a thing that moves within your body. Like, I just knew that I would want to move there if I ever visited. And that's pretty much what happened. But I didn't get the luxury to move to LA. I ended up moving to Richmond, California. So I was able to explore like Berkeley and San Francisco and Sacramento. And it was another place because I even went back to school. Nobody really knows this, but I went back to school when I was in California. I went specifically for film because California, what better state to go to school for film and refresh some of your videography and stuff like that than California, right? So I ended up going back to school there and freshening up, like I just mentioned, on some of my techniques and the things that I learned behind the lens and the camera and the this and the that and the that and the this, right? So yeah, and they like, baby, first day of school, you writing scripts, you doing like, it is so completely different from the school that I graduated from as a communication major. Like Cali is where it would have been, but I would have been in the same amount of debt, so I definitely should have just went to Cali from the jump. But then it was the cost of living and the dorms, and that would have played a major role. So I think everything works out in accordance to how God has it to work out for us. So I think when I went to LA, I went there when I was supposed to, which was again in 2023, instead of when I would have wanted to. But yeah, so I got to explore that side of California more than LAX. But when I did visit LAX, I was there for 4 days. And I mean, it felt like home. I was able to take my homegirl's car because she lived down there with her fiance at the time, but is now her husband. So they've since married. And but when they were living together as fiancés or whatever, they worked together actually as well. They used to work in the same place. So she let me take her car and stuff when they had to go back to work. I was taking the car, driving around. I parked at this little park and I ran the little staircases that they have out in nature. I mean, just Cali is just everything. LA is just everything to me, okay? I don't know how people talk down on it. Don't ever talk about LA in my presence because I love motherfreaking LA. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I just know I was born and raised there. I feel like my soul belongs to LA. Like I was just supposed to really be born there, but I just so happened to be born in Houston, Texas, right? And then it's surrounded by water. I'm telling you, like something about water. Maybe because now that's the one thing I will say about my sign. I am a water sign, and I'm not big on signs and how they're supposed to be connected with this. And I'm not dating you because of this, or I don't like you because I like. That would be the one thing I would like want to stick the middle finger up to, because like people just disturb my soul with the foolishness such as that, okay? But anyways, I'm not one of those type of people, but the one thing I will say that I connect to with my sign is the simple fact that it is a water sign. Because I am very much drawn to water. It is so crazy. It really didn't hit me until I was actually talking about it out loud on here, like how infatuated I am with being by water because of the clarity that I get, the calmness that I get, the femininity that I am able to display around water. It just brings me to this soft and subtle place. And so, yeah, if I were to move anywhere, it would definitely be by water. And maybe that's why Florida was on my brain. And LA is just too expensive. Cali is just too expensive in general. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I would go there now, especially with the economy that we're in right now. But Florida don't sound too bad. Don't sound too bad. Like my mom will probably flip a table, and my daddy too, if I tell them that. But yeah, you know, I'm the baby. I'm the only girl. So they definitely want me in close proximity to where they can have a grip on me and just know that they know that I'm okay. So that's all it'll really be about. But they'll be okay. Like, girl, I don't understand that I'm 36 years old now and y'all let me go off on my own to boarding school at 12, 13. But now that I'm 36, y'all like, no. Now you're our baby. Like, now you're our baby. Okay? I was a baby when y'all let me go off for 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, and then graduated from there, from Tennessee, and went to college my entire collegiate career in Mississippi. Like, I was away from y'all for so long. And maybe that's what it is too. Like, that's what they know. So now it's like, no, we want you here forever. But baby is ready to go because baby is outgrowing Houston. And like, baby girl is just, I don't think what I want is here. I don't think it's going to find me here, you know? And that's okay. That's okay. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. You know, I'm ready for bigger and better. And, you know, if somebody like you, they're going to tell you and be direct and be like, I want you, you know? And you ain't got to wonder. Your mind ain't got to race. It's just, it is what it is. And I'm just ready for that. Like, yes, I have a lot of work to do, as I'm not a perfect human being, but I would think that my significant other would have a lot of work to do as well. But still, even in that process, we will still make way to, you know, be there for each other in our process of growing and help each other grow along the way. Both healed from traumas, just any type of traumas. And I feel like I've done some healing from my traumas, but a lot of deep traumas, actually. So the healing that I have to do is not so much to where it's like, it's not tolerable. So I would like the same for my husband. Of course, he's going to be, of course, I would expect him to be a work in progress. Is what I'm trying to say, a work in progress, but not so much to where he's intolerable. Like, I don't want to be by him and that he has to really go figure out things himself and find himself truly. But he has to at least have 80% of that down, 85% of that down. And then the rest, we can work together, you know, and me, myself, and I, 85% of that has to be down. And then the rest, we can work out those kinks together. So I'm just ready for that. And I don't believe that that's here for me. But I love my city. I love when Black people show up and show out for each other, and the Black men, the Black women. I love Black love. But do I think that I can find that here? No. Or who knows? Maybe I won't even move to Florida. Who knows? Wherever I feel like my spirit is guiding me to go. I just feel like I have outgrown Houston. And I know it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy because I really love my church. I really rock with my church family. Like, I'm so super excited. Even now, I gotta stuff 60 eggs for the little Easter egg hunt that our children are supposed to have at the church tomorrow. I don't even know how that's going to turn out though, because the weather is raining and it's supposed to rain all weekend, including tomorrow, Easter Day. So I don't know, maybe the Lord would turn that around for the kiddos, but regardless, I'm pretty sure they're still going to have the hunt. It may just be inside of the building, you know. So we have to have the eggs dropped off by 9 a.m. sharp. So I'm going to try to get there early. I'm going to try my freaking best to get there early, because I always say I want to get there early, and your girl been early once, and I've been attending the church since September of 2025. And I've been early maybe once. I want to say, no, twice. Maybe a possible 3 times, but that's not good considering how long I've been there. So, I definitely have to get there early tomorrow, though, so they can put the eggs where they need to be by 9 a.m. This is just one bag, y'all. I have a whole nother bag. So, yes, it's 60 eggs. I counted. I wouldn't have bought all of these eggs, though, had I known I had to stuff them myself. I thought they had, like, a ministry that was going to do that for us. I thought we just had to bring the eggs, show up with the eggs, and that they was going to fill them. But, no, we have to fill them as well. So then I went today and I bought myself a little chocolate bunny, since I can eat candy now. And I've been craving one of these. I said, oh, yes, Easter going to be the perfect time, because I can get my chocolate mother-freaking bunny. And I did. You did. So I got that, and I got all this candy and stuff that I have to stuff the eggs with. And I got big eggs, so yes, they will fit. That's why I got big candy, because I have big eggs. And I have golden eggs. Like, I'm so excited. And I was so bummed because I got to the checkout at Walmart and it asked me for cash back. And I said no. And right when I said no, and when I hit the button for no, I was like, oh my freaking goodness. I should have took out some cash and put some money in the golden egg, so one of them kids can find it and be like, I'm rich, mommy. I'm rich. You know, and hype them up a little bit. I was like, God dog it. But I wasn't about to turn back around, baby, and I wasn't about to buy nothing else just to be able to get cash back. I was trying to beat the rain, and I beat it just in time as I made it back home, and I got my stuff out the car, and it started pouring down. So I was like, yep, I'm glad I didn't go back and try to, you know, do all that over again. But anyways, that's pretty much how my Saturday went. I'm about to start stuffing these eggs. I'm about to eat my Panda Express, which is probably cold by now. Pop on a movie maybe and get some things going and multitask while I do these eggs and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope y'all had a beautiful Saturday, because I did. Very chill, very subtle, very cool, and just chill. But all right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. I hope y'all have a beautiful Sunday. In case I can't make a video on tomorrow, I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Happy Easter, whatever you want to call it. It's more about Resurrection Sunday for myself and my family. That's what we've always went with. And yeah, pray for me in a good way. Pray for me that I find where I'm supposed to be, you guys, and my purpose and the location. Like, where am I supposed to be in my purpose? Because that is something that I have really had challenges with. Like, what's the location? Am I really supposed to? I know I am supposed to teach. Like, the God told me that clear as day in the backyard in California, that I am supposed to teach. But I definitely struggle with, maybe I jumped into teaching as an educator sooner than I was supposed to. Maybe that's not the teaching that God wanted me to do. I really feel that. I feel like I am supposed to teach, but honestly, I think that I'm supposed to teach his word and teach in that aspect of things. But I don't know how to monetize that because I still need to live. I still need a livelihood. I need the finances rolling in, right? But how do I do that and teach about his word? And if he dropped it on my mind to teach, and if that is what I'm supposed to do, I know he will make a way for me to be financially stable in it. But I have definitely struggled. Like, I don't think I was supposed to go into the school industry. It's not my forte. It pays okay. It pays well for the amount of things that we have to deal with and absorb and take home with us. It's okay pay. They definitely need to pay teachers more for sure. I will always advocate for that. But I don't think that's where I'm supposed to be. I don't think it is. And I know a lot of people say it's not about you being happy, it's about doing what God wants you to do and blah, blah, and sacrificing what you want for what he has called you to do. And I definitely agree with doing what he has called you to do, but I don't think God wants us to do what he has called us to do in misery. I believe we are supposed to be at peace and have happiness with what we do, no matter how exhausted we are from it, no matter how tired, how drained we can get from it. If it is our true calling and our true purpose, we will still keep thriving and driving forward and riding that wave and finishing that course. And I just don't see that for me right now. So again, a lot of things, even professionally, I just feel like this is not the state for me. But I love my hometown. I will always say that. I would never speak down to my hometown. I just feel like I'm outgrowing it a bit. That's all. My babies are grown, my niece and nephews, they're doing their own thing. My niece graduates this year from high school, getting ready to start college. My nephew, my oldest baby, is already in college, getting ready to prepare for his sophomore year. So I'm like, my job here is done. My parents, I love them so much. I love them dearly, but I don't know. Again, your girl is trying to figure everything out. I'm trying to figure everything out. We're all in this together. So, but yeah, y'all pray for me as I will pray for y'all, and love y'all much. Talk to y'all later. Until next time. Bye.